Hey there, so today we have another review. This is a beer, courtesy Bobby. Thank you so much. Um, yeah, cool. It's been a long time since I've had this beer. This is Fēn Táo. I'm actually curious about the name, actually. I should probably look that up, but so it's Chinese? I think it's Chinese. Well, anyway, that's the theme. And then it actually doesn't even have the name, like, it doesn't even have the, what do they call it? Pinyin. Yeah, pinyin, which is the, like, direct English alphabetical translation of Chinese words. On the label. So you just got to be in the know. Like if you just like got this shipped to you or found it somewhere, you just would have a hard time trying. Well, I guess you probably can Google Jester King beer with Chinese characters and figure that out, or Japanese character, like something Asian characters. You figure something out. But this is their barrel aged sour beer, barrel aged sour beer, re-fermented on Texas peaches. They're from Stonewall, Texas. Re-fermented to dryness, unfiltered. They use a wild their mixed fermentation culture, along with or wild culture, along with whatever wild cultures on the skin of the peaches, right? I had to have had. We're on batch 9 now. I had to have had like batch or blend 1, 2, 3, somewhere around there. So like early in the days of bottle sharing, enjoying some awesome Jester King beers. So it's been quite some time. So beer poured out with a pretty low hiss, and then the carb doesn't seem too crazy on this guy. It's definitely had time to re-ferment. I built this carb. This was bottled, August 2022. So we're in December right now. So 15 months. So curious about that. Not too much head. Who knows? Beer comes in really wonderful, kind of like a medium gold color. Honestly, looks a little bit like a hazy pale ale. The color is a little rich, so maybe you'd assume there's some fruit in there. A little bit of that kind of like apricot orangey kind of hue to it, as in color wise. Oof. Yeah, I mean, it smells very sour. Tons of the complexity of the bread, the mixed culture producing those very sour smelling acids in there. A little bit of that dirty stuff as well, right? All that fun kind of like funky, dirty. A lot of the stuff you get like from goose. So like some people call it horse blanket, but like it's farmy, it's manure, it's earthy. Yeah, along with just really nice kind of ripe peaches, but the peaches take a little bit of a backseat. I feel like this beer has a lot of the mixed fermentation character and the acidity jumping up front of the nose, and the peaches sort of like sit around the back. So it's almost reminded you of like just dirty peaches. I don't know if you find the peaches like on the ground or somewhere on the floor. They're picking them and they're sitting around. Who knows? Like, yeah, it smells like dirty peaches, and also just a little bit vinegary. Like, you definitely get a sense of like this apple cider vinegar attack on there. Yeah, cheers. Yeah, I definitely don't have it too cold. Really nice soft beer. I will say, just impression wise, I feel like it could use some carb. It sits a little bit flat on the palate. I don't know if it's a packaging issue. Possibly. Did it leak? Did it lose carb? Like, did this cap not? Oh, sorry. Sorry to myself if I spilled that. Does cap not do its job in keeping the carb in, or it's just how the beer turned out? Like it's as you can see, like it's there's definitely carbs in this beer, but like it's relatively low, I would argue. Granted, I think the acidity would make this beer a little bit more sour. This is a very sour beer. This is full sour. People making fun of like beers, classic beers like Upland and Cascade. Whereas my palate's probably acclimated to acidity, someone acclimated acidity these days. And well, granted, I have reviewed sours that are way too sour. This is pushing it. This is definitely pushing it. So like a little bit further, I think you're getting that like jokey. And also, by the way, if you guys don't know this reference, this is more towards again the era of when sour beer is very much defined by a couple of breweries producing a lot of sour beer, including Upland and Cascade. Those are shreddingly sour. Some of those are really, really sour. I enjoyed a lot of them, by the way, but. Even went to Cascade to the tap room in Portland. It's in Portland, right? Yeah, it's in Portland. Yeah, I like. It's great drinkability. So for a beer that is supposed to be like high impression, peachy, blah 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 blah, great drinkability. Reminds you a little bit of like Fufun's drinkability, right? I will say the beer is not a complete peach puree bomb in the sense that, like, I think people have been misled maybe by some of these like smoothie sours, fruited sours. Like, we're talking about kettle sours that aren't mixed fermentation beers. There are kettle sours that are like arguably a lot more simple to make, and at least, have a way shorter turnover time. So where they just mash it up with just tons and tons and tons of fruit. Here there's a little bit. They allow for, just like the nose, allow the base beer to really sink. So you get a lot of mixed fermentation character. That sour combination of the lactic and then pretty decent amount of acidic in here, along with the fruit. So the fruit's going to offer. Geez, I'm curious. If I was better, I could sort of like help you name what acids are in peaches, but fruits have other acids as well, other than the lactic and acetic that you might get from fermentation profile. And then anyway, so more acid coming from the fruit as well. This sour peachy thing going on, unripened peach, a little bit of like a tart apricot thing. Excuse me, nectarine. See, as you drink it more, it gets more fuzzy and fuzzy. So fuzzy in the sense that like it tastes more peachy. I mean, fuzzy is actually the name of another sour beer that uses peaches, but it gets more of this like peach skin and ripe peach kind of flavor as your palate slowly acclimates to the acidity that this base beer has. See, as I drink it more, I get more of the lactic becoming more noticeable. So then it sort of pushes you more and more of the reminders of that kind of like fruit on the bottom, kind of like a yogurt thing. Nice Greek tart yogurt with big scoop with that chunky peach puree on the bottom. Fruit on the bottom yogurt. Completely dry beer. So again, completely different from some of these like high gravity kind of fruity kettle sours. Very good. Let's go for rating. Yeah, it's really nice. I might like this a little bit more than the Balcones at Morrissey Balton versus Balton. I think I gave that like a 96, I want to say. So then let's give the solid 96 plus. 96 plus. That's Fēn Táo from Jester King. Absolutely fantastic, delicious beer. Really beautiful use of fruit. I think that it's, I like where it evolves on the palate, where it's like, on the nose, you get some of that base beer. You notice like, fermentation. And then on the palate, you notice the fermentation, the sourness and the acidity. But then as you, let it kind of like grow on you, it's still a very sour beer. That's full sour. Push it further. I think it would be a little bit, a lot less palatable for a lot of people. So until next time, cheers. It's a 96 plus. Cheers later.